everybody, it's EVGA coming at you on the 1st of November 2020. I have a treat and I have to tell everybody this story. This is a very difficult to obtain EVGA FTW3 Ultra 3090. So these are pretty expensive cards and they're almost impossible to get a hold of. Basically everywhere was sold out. I walked into a Micro Center in Cambridge, Massachusetts, because I'd never actually seen one of those stores before. Didn't know what to expect, and to my delight, it's basically Best Buy for just PCs and a couple of other smaller electronic items. But it's like, it is, you can completely nerd out over all the stuff in that place. As soon as you walk in the door, there's a sign and it says, basically, don't even ask. We don't have any 3070s. We don't have any 3080s. We don't have any 3090s. And we won't have any for the foreseeable future. And I didn't go in there looking for one of these cards. I actually just wanted to check the store out. So I walked around. I looked at some of the fans, some of the cables, of course, the monitors, and a couple of PCs. And as I'm walking out, I run into one of the staff who basically looked like a drug dealer walking through the aisle. Not because his physical appearance reminded me of a drug dealer, but basically he was talking under his breath with a bunch of papers under his arm. And he walked up to me and said, "Hey, just to let you know, we happen to get 9 EVGA 3090s in stock, if you're interested." And I wasn't really going to buy one because I actually have a 2080 Ti closed-loop water-cooled EVGA card. But I thought to myself, geez, man, when am I going to get this opportunity? So, of course, I asked if I can buy a second one. And the answer was a flat 1 per customer. So, anyway, I made my way out of the store with a 3090. And this is an $1,800 video card. And this is the one that does a 45% or such increase in graphics abilities over a 2080 Ti. Usually, though, if you read a lot of the specs, only with running things in higher res. I mean, the improvements aren't as great if you're running at like 1080. If you're running a 2K or 4K gaming, that's a little bit of a better bump in performance. So I'm going to try to open this and we'll check it out for the first time together. I actually have the EVGA, as I said, the FTW water-cooled 2080 Ti. It's a closed-loop cooler, so I'll have to probably add in another fan. And I'm going to have my wife try to hold the camera for me so I can get a second hand free. All right. Ugh. All right, so box is kind of typical. EVGA packaging is pretty basic. It's not like you're opening a piece of Apple tech, although it is succinct. Let's see what's in here. It's probably the SLI bridge, if anything. Oh, this is a retention bracket for certain chassis. And they give you a EVGA case badge if it's something that you're interested in having. I would probably not put that on my rig. And there's a small pamphlet in here. Wow. Would they glue it in there? All right, so they're going to give you some basic information on how to install it. This actually uses multiple, I think it's 3 8-pin power connectors. So if you watch any of the other information on these cards, they actually can spike at times with the typical power usage depending on what's going on. They can shut your computer down if you don't have enough power to run the card. There we go. A lot of cooling. Not the typical NVIDIA stock cooling, but more EVGA's cooling. 3 8-pin power connectors required. You must have all 3 plugged in order for the unit to work. That's my understanding, at least. That's still just as satisfying as any Apple screen tear, especially on something this expensive. There you go. 3 display ports, 1 HDMI, and there is a protective sticker over the plate as well as the bottom. And obviously you don't want to leave any of that stuff on because of the chance that it might melt while it's in your computer getting hot. I think there will probably, oh yeah, I think there is. You gotta watch this stuff. They put this protective stuff on here so it doesn't get scratched, but I don't want to knock any of this plastic into the fans, but there is definitely, yeah, there it goes, a sticker on the EVGA emblem as well. Always look to get all that off, or you might get some melting. I'm sure this probably lights up. This is probably a color that you're able to pick. Red and black. And a metal backplate. And of course, just your typical cover over the I/O. That's it. So the EVGA GeForce RTX 3090, the most, I think, probably the most powerful consumer graphics card on the market today, and in very high demand and very short supply. And fortune smiled on me the other day because I got asked if I wanted one, and I wasn't even looking for one. Anyway, make sure you check out other videos on our site, and we're also streaming occasionally on Twitch and Instagram and Facebook as well. So thanks for watching, and until next time.